Hey, I'm Andrew, Senior Developer Advocate here at Box. In this demo, I'm going to show you how Mistral AI's LeChat, connected to Box through our MCP server, can generate working code directly from your documents, all while your files stay protected in Box and governed by the same permissions you already use. Let's get started. All right, in Box, I have a folder called specs with two files. First one is this product requirements doc right over here. And it's pretty standard. It has a goal, user story, MVP, success criteria, accepted checklist, those kind of things. And then the second file in that folder is pretty much just a design doc. So together, these files describe a script that takes in a folder of mixed receipts and invoices and organizes them automatically into categories. Let's check out how LeChat can read these specifications to actually build the script for us using just these documents. So over here in Tools, we'll hover over the box and then click Connect. We're going to go and access the box. Once connected, LeChat automatically gets a set of box tools. So things like searching files, opening documents, and asking questions over their contents. This means LeChat can securely read my box docs without me ever moving them outside of Box. Now that those tools are available, I can use them to work directly with the specs folder that we saw earlier. Here's the prompt I'm going to give LeChat. Read all the documents in the specs folder. Generate a single Python script named categorize receipts that implements these documents exactly. So with that one instruction, LeChat will read the PRD in the design doc from Box and generate the code. Let's check it out. All right, looks like it's done. Now, before moving forward, let's actually double check some of the tools that it used to form its answer. So if I expanded this one, some of these tools include searching folders by name, listing folder content by folder ID, getting file content, and all those kind of things. Let's go ahead and collapse all these again. So here's a finished script that LeChat produced. What I'm going to do now is copy it into Cursor, and we're going to walk through a few important parts of the script. At the top, you can see placeholders for my developer token and the folder ID, and that's pretty much all I need to configure. Then down below, here's the call to Box AI ask, where pretty much each file gets classified, so to speak, based on its contents. And then below that one, this function cleans up the categories. So things like dining, for example, gets mapped into the right canonical bucket. And then below that one, with regards to folder operations, the script checks if a category folder exists, creates it if needed, and then moves the file there using the Box API. Now that we've seen the key parts of the script, let's go ahead and try it out. Here we have our folder of mixed invoices and receipts. So you might see something like this one, for example. And you might also see full-on invoices like this one. What we're going to do now is head back into Cursor, open up Terminal, and run the script. So in our terminal, we'll just say Python categorize receipts.py. And there's the output. It looks like it went through each file, sent it to Box AI ask, and used the response to decide where that file belongs. You can check out all the logs showing each file below as it's processed. Back in Box, the results are clear. My invoices folder now has subfolders for categories like meals and entertainment, office supplies, software, hardware, all those sorts of things, with each file moving to the right place. Our script gave me a pretty good starting point or boilerplate for my overall integration. At this point, I can choose to extend it even further by, for example, looking at each file and adding metadata to it to further categorize things. This example highlights what's possible when you combine the Box MCP server with LeChat. Your content stays in Box, and you can use LeChat to generate insights, automate workflows, and even write code that directly implements your own requirements. I use receipts here, but the same pattern could apply to contracts, proposals, research docs, you name it. That's the power of the Box MCP server. LeChat can create impact directly for the content you already securely store inbox.